right. Now, Jreed, man, I gotta get you on here for this, right? Now, Wack 100 is trying to make it look like he didn't know you was coming up there and that Loose Cannon called you up there without him having any knowledge, but then he's trying to say he had a business deal involving you, but he didn't know you was coming up there. Tell the people about that right there, Jreed.
Yeah, man, that's all false allegations. Because in order for him to, for the plug to even go to happen, it was between me, regardless. So him saying that he not knowing I was coming up there would be a lie. Like I said already before, there's some things I heard that man say as I walked into that building that he think I didn't hear. And that came to the sort of, whatever happens. So I'm almost positive that he knew exactly what was going on. Not only that, man, when you claiming you a boss and you a big man and you run the show, there's no way in the world somebody in your crew or run with you don't know what's going on. Because for in order to do that, you putting yourself in harm's way. You allowing anything to happen, niggas catch a body or whatever the case may be. So he's very aware of what's going on. Unfortunately, he just finna throw Loose up under the bus.
Yeah, and that's what it looked like, because now he's trying to act like Loose Cannon went behind his back and, tried to, I guess, do something with you. And from what I see, right, Loose Cannon had to be feeling some type of way because Wack 100 was trying to, play both sides of this deal. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you off the bat. Loose didn't trust Wack. You know what I mean? And that became an issue. And I didn't think of it as no issue at the time, but the questions he was asking me, I got the sense that Loose Cannon was getting left out of the deal. And as you hear it later on, you hear Wack admit that the people that's on the paperwork is only him, R&B, and Mozzie. Now, that means that Loose was left out. So that means whatever plans we already had made was already out the window because he included R&B. So he already left Loose out anyway. So Loose I think he already got a sense of that. So he was kind of asking questions and I didn't have no answers for him because I had one side, which was Dosh telling me not to say anything to Loose because they didn't want to deal with Loose. And I think that came from Wack. Just for the fact that Wack wanted to deal with Dosh on his own, he didn't want Loose to be the talk person. So I think Loose felt that, and I think Loose felt some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, when you want to be a boss, you want to be a boss. And, for somebody still playing like a little minion, that's how he felt. And so that's what happened.
Okay. And Wack 100.
Definitely, he didn't trust Wack at all, bro.
He didn't trust Wack at all.
So when you saying all this shit happen right now, man, I seen this coming from Munchie B could have seen this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
And
see this.
And I've been telling people for a minute that they was gonna start going at each other. I smell
There's no loyalty there.
What you say?
There was no loyalty there from the beginning.
At all. Now,
and I know that from my conversations with Loose before Wack was on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Me and Loose are talking, and Loose put Wack on the phone per se. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, it was me and Loose talking, and we would add everybody else onto the calls.
Okay. And when you was on your way up there, right? They was checking to make sure that you was coming, right?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Man, they called me about 50 times, bro.
Okay. Loose Cannon was calling you like, where you at? Where you at?
Man, most definitely. He only getting that from Wack.
Okay.
Because you gotta think about it, they was trying to build up Beauty and the Beast, whatever that little show is. So whatever confrontation or conflict he was bringing, he was welcoming it because that was gonna hype up the show. That was gonna get him them free extra shows that he was gonna get from the network for boosting up Loose Cannon shit.
Okay.
So it was all a plot and a twist. Off a game for Wack to get his shows or whatever the case may be, and to get people out the way.
Right. And you know, Wack act like now that the people that was out there with Loose Cannon wasn't with him, but when you came there, they was all mingling together, wasn't they?
Most definitely. They was all in the room together. And my first instinct of knowing something was wrong was that as a boss, and when you have people come, nobody gave no introductions. We all from LA or California. So there's a certain amount of respect that you give when you meet and greet. You know, as if I have some homies come over and then they have some people, it's a must that you guys know each other, because you need to know each other's background. You know, is it an issue? Is it a problem before you even get into it? And when I tell you, nobody extended their hand, nobody said, what's up? So I knew off the bat that something was wrong. But I'm already there in the mix already. And I really didn't believe that these dudes would really go to that extent. Because I'll tell you like this, like, them niggas should, my whole thing was, man, y'all was better off trying to kill me, bro. Not saying it like that, but people don't take this type of thing lightly. And for them to think that there's no repercussions behind it is crazy.
Right. And you know,
Wack's a snake, bro. He been snaking.
And you know, Wack is trying to act like somebody at No Jumper had the watch, as if somebody didn't take the watch from you. Wasn't your watch taken?
Man, look, I had diamond earrings in my ear. I got chains on. I got Louis bags. I got money in my pocket. I got watches on me. My jacket, like, you know what I mean? Look, I was only a few seconds away from being like Marcy, but luckily I had a belt on and I was telling them off the top, I'm not taking off my pants, bro. Believe me, they asked me to strip. Nigga, I'm not doing it. You would have to kill me, bro. Not like that, but kill me, nigga.
So they asked you to take everything off.
Bro, I didn't have no shirt on and no jacket. I went there with a jacket and shirt on. Beanie on, all that. As you can see from the beginning, when I walked away, I had nothing on, bro. They tried, nigga, they tried. It wasn't happening.
Okay. And Wack,
it wasn't happening. But they attempted, most definitely. Nigga ripped my jacket off, my bag, my money with it, my watch, earrings, all that shit, man. Straight robbery. My own people. Crazy. I got pictures of this nigga Loose Cannon baby up in my phone, bro, when that girl delivered. That's why I'm tripping. Like, you know, come on. And you know what's so crazy? For all the young people out there, man, I'm going to just say, I'm so glad I found God. You don't leave your people out here to be after you done body over. This is not a game. This is life. Nigga, you tried to kill me. Now, it would be real because, nigga, you had no respect for me and my living kids, bro. Luckily, I changed. Luckily, I got good people behind me. Luckily, it's people like yourself up here that's pushing for the right thing. Because, man, people don't let this shit die down. I'm from the streets, bro. And look at him. He did all this shit. Now he in jail. He can't even protect his family. Nigga, this is not what the game is about, bro. Y'all niggas sit out here and do foul shit and expect niggas to sit out here and take it. No, people don't always have to take it. It'd be real foul if we went over there and hollered at his female, because we got the address. We got all their addresses. Come on, everybody got it on social media. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out why he keep playing games. They ain't once apologized. Sharice Mills on here acting like somebody got to care about Loose Cannon. Man, that's out. Y'all niggas ain't apologizing my kids or Marcy kids, bro. Like, I don't understand where niggas is, who they really pumping up. Niggas is really out here trying to save the community. Y'all niggas giving praises to niggas up in the feds. Y'all niggas sitting up here like this is a parade. It don't work like that. And they up there talk, it don't happen like that. By the grace of God, people are lucky. You see what I'm saying? You done left your family out here to fight your battles. So black men, please don't do that, man. Because everybody ain't playing with everybody. And when it'd be real messed up if something happened like that and you ain't there to protect your family. Man, niggas gotta put on their thinking caps, bro.
And when you went there, right, you said you spoke to Adam going in, right?
I spoke to Adam, and I'm gonna tell you about Adam. I don't doubt, bro, he was around the corner when all that shit happened. Cause I'm trying to tell you, bro, the white girl that walked into the car is the one that was filming. I ain't gonna make this shit up.
Okay.
Them niggas is all included, bro. And them niggas going on campaign runs to Cam Capone, to academics, and to DJ Vlad still talking about this shit. And these niggas praising it. That shit ain't cool. My nigga up in here paralyzed. What the fuck are we talking about? Who give a fuck about them niggas? Them niggas need to sit in jail. Get their fucking mind right before somebody clap their ass. That's what the fucking real conversation should be about. Who the fuck are we praising? Y'all niggas playing these niggas in prison? Y'all niggas cuckooing and kikiing about this nigga. They tried to kill us out there, nigga. What are we talking about? I'm tired of this shit, bro. I ain't with this. I don't know this world. We are not here for games, bro. These niggas is up here playing games with people's lives and they won't try to believe it. I'm not with that. Nigga got my watch up on TV fronting. That nigga got, man, come on, man. He with the same niggas that did it, so that means you're accessory to robbery. Nigga, you're accessory to attempted murder, nigga. You accessory to a sex crime, nigga. What are we talking about? Y'all niggas stripping niggas grown, man. Nobody does that. Niggas should be under the jail, nigga, getting their ass kicked.
Facts. And like the people, you know, need to know, Marciano definitely got paralyzed behind this, man.
It's unfortunate, man. And you know, them niggas gonna pay for that. You know what I mean? And that's why, you know, I don't, man, look, when you a homie, you a homie, man. I got love for my homies, and I ain't gonna never let my people go down like that behind my watch. So, nigga, them niggas got everything that's coming to them.
Got everything that's coming to him. And, you know, Wack 100 want to act like he didn't have no knowledge of this, and he had business with you, and, you know, he didn't know you was coming, and, you know, trying to disassociate himself to try to put the blame on Loose Cannon. And, you know, I ain't feeling that, and I'm going to make sure that just how he praised it, that he knows we understand that he was involved with it.
Look, man, you can try to distance yourself regardless, but it don't work like that, man. You supposed to know everybody that's around. You supposed to know who coming. That's the easiest shit to say. Well, I didn't know. Nah, nigga, well, you should have known. That's your problem. You should have known. You should be knowing when niggas is making phone calls. Who you calling? What, you trying to call somebody, get somebody up here? Let me know what's going on. Don't have me sitting up here on some mystery shit and then when some shit get here, this pop off, because that could have been a murder. 2 bodies, nigga. Ain't nowhere in the world. I'm not asking questions. Ain't nowhere in the world you gonna tell me this man on TV that claim he runs hip hop on the West Coast don't know what the fuck is going on. Man, that nigga younger than me. I'm not no fool. I was born that night. I just wasn't born last night. He gotta know everybody ain't dumb and everybody is not playing internet games. That nigga's living in the YouTube world. Nigga, we on some reality shit. You just try to take 2 niggas' lives, and as a black man, you want to sit here and condone it and talk about the lies. Nigga, you didn't lie from the beginning to the end. Nigga, what story is real? I'm going to tell you what's real. I never said anything to any one of them disrespectful. For a nigga just to hit off on niggas, man, everybody should be kicking them niggas up in the ass. Man, I don't know why everybody even saluting these niggas.
Facts.
It's crazy. Because that could be your kid. That could be your brother. That could be your father. And nigga, and today, if y'all keep praising that type of shit, them gonna be the same niggas that's gonna be after y'all children trying to go somewhere in life. It's the same type of nigga. We don't need them niggas on that. Man, them niggas like that in my section need to get away. Period.
And you know, Wack 100, like you said, you ain't say nothing crazy out of line to him to disrespect him, but you know, initially that's the first thing he said. You said something crazy, but I asked him, what did he say to you? He never said it, and then went to saying, well, he said on 11-8 gangster crip, and they gangster and neighborhood crip, and it was, you know, try to turn it into some gang shit when it had nothing to do with that.
Nobody would have never known that unless if Travis didn't tell somebody that. Nobody ever heard me say anything, bro. I would not ever introduce myself like that to no individual. That is not how I talk. He got that information from people off the street once he tried to inquire about who I was. That's why he's playing that game like that, because people talking and giving information that shouldn't even be out there, because I don't even conduct myself like that. So he thought that was an avenue. That didn't work. So he tried to use a prior case from 20 years ago. That don't work, because you gotta have more. Man, nobody is perfect. So that's why I even speak, man, that's cool. You can bring up the old shit, but what else you got? Because that don't take away from the fact that you and your whole crew then fucked up me and Marcy right there at No Jumper, and then y'all going on campaign runs. Man, I'm so disappointed in niggas like academics and shit like that, and Cam Capone, man. Y'all up there giggling. Why my nigga up in the hospital paralyzed, bro? I'm really trying to figure out who are we really supporting up in here. Because I might as well shut the fuck up if y'all don't give a fuck about us. On some real talk, niggas ain't out there doing shit to nobody that hurt nobody. All we trying to do is give back to the community. And what happens? We go up in the community and get fucked up. Man, this shit is out of line.
Straight violation, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I don't give a fuck if this nigga go to jail. Go to jail, nigga. Think about that shit. When you do wrong, nigga, you won't get committed for that shit.
Not at all. Did you see who took your watch, Jreed?
Personally, I didn't see it, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'll be honest, I didn't see it. You know what I mean? But as I look on YouTube, I seen a lot of people give me names about who took what. They got all the names for everybody who took something. So, it ain't hard to tell.
Okay.
Like I said, man, I was trying to save my life, me and Marcy's life at the end of the day. So the material shit at that moment wasn't my concern.
Gotcha.
But whoever this nigga was with the second gun, though, because it was two niggas with guns, period.
Okay.
I would be like double time with guns.
Okay, so two people had a strap.
Man, the first thing he hit me with was a gun.
Okay.
Hit the butt of his head.
Got you. So I'm sure that them people got those that surveillance from outside of Adam's facility.
Man, listen, he has to give it up. As a business owner, you have to give up your tapes unless they erase them. And that's another charge. Because I want to see the tape too. I want to see the live footage. I want to see I want to see what niggas abuse me. It shouldn't be no secret. If y'all that bad,
right.
That's how I feel. If y'all that bad, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all shouldn't be hiding. Y'all shouldn't be lying. What's the point of lying?
Right.
That's all they doing on these shows, bro, is they lying to you guys. They lying. That nigga knew everything, bro.
Knew everything.
He knew everything.
Loose Cannon called you.
You'll be just a dummy not to know. And if you a dummy that don't know, nigga, you really need to go sit down because you in the way.
And
if you run this show like you saying you run it, but you don't know what's going on, that's a problem. Something ain't adding up.
Loose Cannon called you 50 times making sure you was on the way.
Man, to the point my mom even said, why they calling you so much? You can ask more. I was like, shit, I don't know. I said, let me go see what they're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. And we all know that Wack 100, it was contracted up there at No Jumper. And, Wack is trying to make it look like now that Loose Cannon came to No Jumper to provide Adam 22 with a Christmas gift and not coming to see him.
A Christmas gift.
This is what Wack 100 is trying to state on the internet, saying that Loose Cannon came to No Jumper for the reason to give Adam 22 a Christmas gift, as if he didn't know why he was coming there and he didn't have no business dealings with him, but he said he got business dealings with you, and we know Loose Cannon called you.
Yeah, that's all lies. Shit, I ain't never heard Adam say he got a gift from Loose Cannon.
Yeah, that's what You know,
That's a
Wack.
new story.
Yeah, Wack is trying to say that, and he called in the Adam's show the other day and tried to, like, you know, clarify that to the world. Like, man, listen, Adam, Loose Cannon called you and told you that morning that he had a gift for you, and, you know, he wasn't there for me, and, you know, I don't be having people up there like that. But when you got there, they all was in there with Wack, right?
Man, 15 people up in there with Wack. Wack is sitting on the pool table. The rest is standing around.
Okay.
They all together, man. And, you know, to the people out there, man, you can't let this dude you can't allow this dude to play us like we just ignorant, bro. That's not how the world works. Everybody don't live in a bubble like he thinks.
Facts.
You know, I know common sense is not that common, but there's a few people in this world that do have common sense, and I use mine very well.
Facts.
And it's just like, you know, he trying to just take everything off him, man. That's how that goes. That man is very aware of everything. I don't think that man will move around without knowing what's going on in his surrounding. That would be crazy, though. Not too many people in LA even move like that. We ain't just moving around free willy like we don't know what's going on. No, you gotta know what's going on. It's dangerous out here. For you to act like you don't know what's going on is just plain dumb. And you can't allow yourself to keep thinking that we're dumb. That ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And this is a man that got control over things. That ain't it.
Right. Well, Jreed, man, you know we'll be back in touch with you, my brother. We appreciate you calling in, you know, because I wanted to make sure it was an update, because Wack going around trying to spin it. So I don't want to spin nothing. We want to make sure it's understood. You know, Wack was there. He knew you was coming. And Loose Cannon called you multiple times.
So that's a fact. And, you know, later on, and the truth will come out, because there's such thing as phone records.
Facts.
So they can keep playing the game and the lies all they want to. It's not gonna help them, bro. I'm just telling y'all that now. It ain't gonna help them. It ain't gonna help. All that got people calling me and trying to, you know, he's trying to have people narrate the same stories as me too. And like I tell him what he should have known.
Yeah, because you know he just went on.
Sometimes you gotta take that L because you didn't know. I took that L because I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on, what that nigga was doing at my house. I didn't know. I still took the L. I'm still taking it to this day. So, nigga, that's not an excuse. I didn't know. So, well, you should have known, nigga.
And you know, now he's trying to, you know, tell the world too, oh yeah, I know Jreed been talking to Eddie Boy, and I know a whole bunch of information. This is what he just said the other day. I know a whole bunch of information. I know the real.
He talks to Eddie Boy too. So what does that mean?
He trying to act like, I guess he trying to spin the narrative with, you know, you communicating with Eddie Boy. So, you know how he do, man.
Yeah, but spinning a narrative to grown people doesn't work. Once you keep lying, you gotta keep lying. Everybody knows that. Once you tell a lie, you gotta keep, and that's why you keep hearing the same lies. This nigga got from Harry O, bodyguard, to some bums lurking, to some niggas gang banging out there, to nigga beat me up because of my charges. Which one is it? Man, it was 6 months ago already. This nigga still lying. And I don't, you know.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen, bro.
Yeah. You know, definitely pay attention to who you communicating with, man. Eddie Boy and all them, man. Be mindful.
You know, hey, put it like this. My story doesn't change, so it's hard for me, you know. My story ain't gonna change. To me, it doesn't matter who I'm talking to. Because if people want to come over here and try to change the narrative, no, that ain't the story. I'm gonna tell you the story because I was there. That nigga was there too, and he know he's lying. If I went over there on some foul action, bro, from the jump, I'll be like, yeah, I was wrong. You wouldn't even hear shit from me. Period. Because when you fuck up and you do wrong shit, you gotta accept that. That's the same thing these men have to do. They have to accept that shit when they do wrong. I don't even know what the fucking big deal is. when you do wrong shit, bro, you gotta accept your responsibilities. All that trying to maneuver and shit, man, that shit that's kid shit, man. We grown out here, man. And they taking people's lives and playing with them, playing in people's faces. You know, I don't know if they're trying to do it for YouTube because they think YouTube is entertainment, but people, real lives is not entertainment like that, bro. And like, again, man, I have to send a shout out to Marciano, man, you know, and all that shit they talking about, they talk to Marciano. That's another thing. Like, I don't get it. When people start paying attention, ain't nowhere in the world this nigga talk to Marciano. So what lies are he trying to tell the people? Why he still trying to lie and trying to, you know, I don't get it. You know, I wouldn't even pay no attention to that nigga.
Appreciate you, Jreed, man. We gonna be back in touch with you, my brother.
DZ, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody in your on your channel, man, showing our love and support. Keep shouting Marciano's name out. I know he listening, man. Now, you know, you already know, DZ, without even saying a lot, you already know where we at with Marcy. So, you know what I mean? Keep bigging him up, man. He appreciate it. I appreciate it. And, man, I ain't gonna never let our people down. You hear what I'm saying?
Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Jreed.
Salute.
If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video. We're going to try to get Marciano